So we asked you guys to be volunteers for the TYT Army and have you guys ask for presidential candidates to take the Progressive Pledge. Boy, do we have a spectacular case of it today. Boom, right out of the gate. So one of you guys asked Governor Inslee whether he would take the pledge. But at a lunch, and I remember watching the video for the first time going, wait, how is he at a lunch with Governor Inslee, a presidential candidate? And then I read further down the email, it turns out that's because he's a representative in New Hampshire. It's Representative Ryan Buchanan. In fact, he's the chair of the Concord Democrats. And he's in the TYT Army.
Damn.
So we're everywhere. So Governor Inslee's having a normal lunch. My guess is probably not overly challenged by any of the things that are happening. And all of a sudden, Representative Buchanan goes, I got a question for you. And by the way, and he was, as you'll see here, incredibly polite. I love the way he showed the camera the URL, tyt.com/pledge, and said, just like we talked about, hey, give him some time to read the pledge and then come back to you. Look at this, it's perfectly done.
So I have a question and I have one thing that's kind of more of a call to action. So have you heard of the Progressive Pledge yet?
I have not heard of, I've taken many pledges in my life.
Okay, so if you pass that over to the governor. On the back, there's a website there. If you could just take a look at that, you don't have to answer right now, because obviously you haven't seen it yet.
I will do that.
Yeah, just if you let us know, let me know in about a week or so if you decide you want to take it.
I'd be happy to do that.
Thank you.
I love it. That's how you do it, brother. That's how you do it. He's from New Hampshire, Ward 6. That's in Concord. So the Battle of Concord has begun. So guess what? He's got access to all the candidates because he's a representative in New Hampshire. Can't wait. Can't wait. By the way, Representative Buchanan, you said, since I already asked Amy Klobuchar, you didn't have to. No, ask them all again, okay? For the ones who've signed, there's 3 candidates that have already signed: Bernie Sanders, Marianne Williamson, and Mike Gravel. But by the way, also for the ones that didn't, whether it's, and then we're honest about it and really clear about it, John Delaney, because he's just more conservative than in that regard. Andrew Yang, because he has slightly different ideas, which he thoroughly explained on the show, right? You don't have to ask them because they've already answered it, but everyone else go for it. And if you don't have to be a state representative to do it, you could find these candidates in many other contexts. In fact, you know how many volunteers we have now for the TYT Army? Okay, we have 16,105 signatures for the pledge and 7,208 volunteers.
Wow.
We are everywhere. So those volunteers right now, there's obviously a huge influx. Allison Hartson, general of the TYT Army, is organizing them, and already we're getting results like this. Already progressive groups are being asked, local state and legislators are being asked, etc. But also that means there's 16,000 people who say, if you don't agree with this pledge, then that means you don't agree with me. That's okay, but you're not getting my vote. That's 16,000 votes. Imagine if the number was 100,000 or 250,000. And then all of a sudden, candidates can't get those votes unless they say, yeah, I agree with you guys, that's my policies. That is power, guys. So you keep it going, tyt.com/pledge. All you have to do is sign, it takes about 5 seconds. If you want to volunteer afterwards, great. And if all you want to do is participate and you don't want to do what Ryan Buchanan did there, no problem. If you do, fantastic. I love how quickly he did it, sent the video in, etc. By the way, we're gonna keep it going. Miami debates are coming. So like we did in Iowa, and we had a blast. Almost everyone who was there, at least everyone who talked to me, said it was fantastic. Not just because the speeches, but because you could see that you're having an effect. 3 candidates signed that day because the TYT Army was there, okay? And you got to meet each other, and it's a real community. So let's do it again in Miami. The debates are June 26th and 27th. That's 2 weeks from now. You can sign up to be there at tyt.com/rally. Okay, tyt.com/rally. And it's gonna be the Art Center for the Performing Arts. That's in downtown Miami. But don't worry about that. We'll get you exact details of where to meet up a little bit later. But for now, if you're gonna be anywhere near the area, that would be fantastic to have you out in full force there like we had in Iowa. And you too can make a giant impact like this. Thank you, Representative Ryan Buchanan. That was perfectly done. The TYT Plus app is now available on iOS and Android. Download to get more TYT content at tyt.com/app.